and gold streak. He was shivering. In those days, if they had Kamokwi, they would have bought it for him. If they had Panadol, they would have given those to him. But they even covered him with all the duvet and blankets. He was still cold streaking. So his servant, one of the servants said to all those physicians, stop, I know the drug that kills my master. That's a means of communication. He now said, we know him. I am Nnamdi. Let's sought for my Lord the King, a young virgin. So they went through Shulamite, all Israel, the coast of Israel, and brought Abishai the Shulamite, a pretty damsel that was a virgin, to come and administer to the king, and the king there. So that is a means of communication. So you must devise a means. So have somebody read it? Have you read it? Okay, organic care confirmed. So you can use different ways to kill a rat. You mustn't go and shout and show all the pictures to the viewer. You mustn't go and expose yourself to be shot because you want to be a war reporter. Or go and the public because you want to bend down your story to them. So you must have an approach that will still send the message and hit the target. So eventually,
someone he directed the question to a correspondent. How do you go about to report violence? Am I right? Yes, the war situation. You know, in every, I don't know how they do research now, but we are taught in research and research methodology. You have participant observation. Yeah. Every journalist would like to be a participant in observing what happened. So you go to the scene and see what is happening. That is the primary way of getting information. The second way of getting information, you can rely on eyewitnesses. And when you are relying on eyewitnesses, make sure you don't rely on blind eyewitnesses. Yes, because you have blind eyewitnesses. Hey, after about that, 121 or more, police, now where? Please, I'm saying this so that you will penetrate. I know that they teach you in your JS courses. So, those people are blind eyewitnesses. They say they witness, but if you interrogate further, you say that it is hearsay. So you have a way to know them. Another source you can get your information, thank God for social media. Sometimes they will break it before you. There was one that happened one night. I wouldn't have started coming out, but I saw it on social media. Murphy's called me. They said they killed maybe 15 or so persons at Awka. I saw it on social media. I started making calls to my colleagues. But when you are reporting violence, remember that you have blood. Your own is not a war of petrol, it's blood. Be safe first. So I won't tell you that I'll go there and put my head because I'm a journalist. Like they say in my place, you always get the information through all the sources I said. They don't put your head there. You have blood. Some of us have families. But it's a risky thing, but you use your overseas. 2, why do you kill stories? I hope we're there of development journalism. From what I think I left school before they started teaching development journalism. There are certain factors that can contribute in killing stories. One is corruption, and you know what I mean. 2 is social responsibility and this development thing I'm talking about. Like about was it last Sunday? I was called and said, and somebody told me that a truck laden with cows was bombed at Awka in the Nnamdi. I have experience. A cop journalist will jump into it. But if you think backward, you know that cows are attributed to certain tribes. If you go and start burning lorry load of cows, maybe without provocation or little provocation, if somebody writes it, what will be the reaction of one worker who has a hotel in the north? So in such circumstance, you can kill a story, no matter what you think you gain from it. So I've said corruption. Corruption, what do I mean? You have heard about brown envelope. For me, it is this small because my mates from other places look at Ghana as well. Yeah. But this little brown envelope can make somebody kill story. It's the corruption aspect of it. It's not general, and it's a personal thing, it's a conscious thing. So these are some other areas. Sometimes government is interested. You know, you write a story, government official will go, why did you say they kidnapped somebody in Army? And the other people, you want to portray our state as not safe for business? And you know I'm from Army. I'm from Anambra State. Sometimes I will think, I say, so if I portray Anambra as where you kidnap and kill, there. Will investors come? So these are the areas, these are some of the circumstances and situations that can make you, like you said, feel a story. Thank you very much.
Okay. Yes, I want to react to what he said about murdering names on air by presenters. My brother, the truth is that the broadcasting industry has been saturated with people who are not trained for the job. It's quite unfortunate. That is why I'm encouraging you students to come up. We are waiting for you. Come and take up the job and do it well. These days, somebody just gets to the microphone just because he or she thinks he has the voice. And he can do some, you call it rapping, when you have not even crossed the borders of this country. You want to speak like the Americans. At the end of the day, you don't communicate. It doesn't make any sense. So it has become a kind of all-comers affair, and we don't want it to continue. So that is why you see those names being mispronounced, because nobody is actually giving those people adequate training or mentoring. And I want to tell those who are interested, or if you know them, those who own media houses and who are interested in opening radio stations and TV stations and all that, to go for the professionals. It's not just about the person's voice. Is that person trained in that field? Because it is by training that you're told, for instance, this is how to pronounce this name. Or if you're not sure, ask. That's a slogan we use in radio house. When you are not sure, ask. Don't conclude that, oh, I think it's pronounced this way. No. So we encourage everybody to get trained. For me, like I said during my speech, I go out of my way to make calls to find out if I can't get it from Google, if it's an international name, for instance, I can't get it from Google, I will make efforts to make calls. Ask people who I think know before I go. That is the essence of preparation before going to air. Okay? So that is just what is happening. The people who do it are not professionals. Thank you.
Thank you. We now take self-reliance and then we proceed with the next session of this event. But before then, someone walked in earlier. Unfortunately, I Vice Chancellor of then Anambra State University, now Chukwuemeka University, and he's no less a person than Professor Paul Orajaka. So, Sagir, briefly conclude.
Okay, maybe this last time of opportunity of talking will give me a good time to tell everybody that I'm not a minister. Dr. Henry is just avoiding me that one. I haven't gotten any knighthood, and I'm not prepared to take one tomorrow. Because anything I want to do, I want to do it very well. And I know that to become a knight, you have to be committed to a lot of things. Well, the first person he asked about violence. I think it borders on the ethical aspect of this profession. And we are, especially some of us who are in the broadcast industry, we are news managers. We don't just say we are reporters and editors, but you manage information, you manage it. Part of the ethics is that if something violent erupted in town, and you go all the whole hog to compete with the social media to report it. And it happened that maybe, let me say, Umleri and Leri, that we all know about. Maybe one person on each side has been killed, and before you know it, the social media will say 100 heads rolling in no torture. Then because you want to compete with them. And it's not very easy for you to get the correct figures at that point. But you are just like they said, the sources you have and your direct observation has shown that somebody died. You just get information and say that many people are feared dead. Because you have not confirmed that they were dead. That somebody is lying unconscious of the crime doesn't mean that person is dead. It's the doctor that will confirm that he's dead. Okay, in that violent aspect, you have a very gory picture of someone that his throat has been slashed off. When you show it at newstime, you don't know families that are eating, and some people will begin to throw up. You don't know who is on hospital bed. You don't know somebody that has some psychological issues before, and you now add up to it. Some people will die after listening to your news. Have you done the job you are sent to do? You are meant to make sure that people, just like you said, development journalism, you are meant to make sure that society is better for it. So in trying to compete, make sure that you give what you have. For instance, that last Friday thing, we had that temptation of competing with social media. We were running it live until I began to see some pictures. I said, no, we cannot continue. And before you know it, I started having calls from government. What are you doing? Why are you allowing people to see this kind of thing? Do you know the interpretations? And we have to shut off. That kind of thing, it doesn't mean that you are trying to hide, but that thing you are hiding is helping people to live, not to die. I think I can see that time is against us. I would have the freedom of information thing you said about. I think it's working, but you need to have your acts put together. There are a lot of processes you follow, and you get it working on the ground.
Thank you. Round of applause for all our discussants. Thank you very much. I thank all of you, starting from the state correspondent of Punch newspaper, Mr. Tony Okafor Agbaga. Thank you. Then, the on-air personality, the #1 DJ in Africa, Prince Emeka Kalu, DJ Magic Fingers. Thank you very much. And then the brand manager of international repute, Mr. Mike Meze. Thank you very much for having us on time. And then the former acting managing director of Anambra Broadcasting Service, and now the #2 man in that station, the director of news and current affairs, no less a president, eminent journalist, Chief Gabe Obaleze. Then another on-air personality, one of the golden voices on radio, Anambra Mr. Chinedu Nnamdi. We thank you. Now, gentlemen, we are moving into the next section. So when you now stand, we now turn your seats this way. So you now sit and enjoy the rest of the program. Don't go, magic fingers if you guys know where we meet. Thank you very much. Thank you. Round of applause and the guys, please.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We are still thanking those who are resource persons on our today's interactive section. And we are appealing that the company of this event, Master of Ceremony, will come on and anchor from now. He's no other person. But before I call him, please, did we learn anything? Are we in tune? So we learned something, right? If we do, let's clap for our resource persons. Let's clap for our resource persons. Thank you very, very much. We are inviting to anchor this program a young person, a dynamic, easygoing, even when he's a professor of international relations and strategic studies, Professor Frank Collins Okafo. Could you please come and anchor this?
I need another extension so that I can see the system is not charging because the wire is ranking. To get me one extension, let me increase it. Extension inside the house back to back also.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and privilege to be here this afternoon to anchor this very important program. I wish to welcome all of us because today is a special day, the great homecoming. Please may we put our hands together for organizers. We thank you. Thank you very much, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. We don't want to waste time because time is no longer on our side. And we wish to thank all the panelists, those that participated in the discussions. So we thank you very much for your participation, my dear good friend, Tony Okafo, Odia Madifinga, Emeka, Kalu, we salute you. Mike Kumese, Mr. we salute you too. And then Chief Gabriel Palese, we salute you as well. And my friend Chinedu Madu. Please, a round of applause for all of them together. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are sincerely sorry that we are taking off at this point. We wanted to make everything, to to shape up everything the way it should be. And to the glory of God, we are taking off immediately. So we want to start by introducing our principal personalities, those that are here and those that are still on their way, so that we know whom we are expecting and who are here, in terms of active participation in today's program. The father of the day is already here. He's with the Vice Chancellor presently. So they are all there, paying courtesy on our own dear Vice Chancellor, the Vice Chancellor of all kinds, Professor Azikiwe and Simone. So they will be joining us any moment from now. They are just planting some trees at the department. So any moment from now, they will be here. That's the father of the day. His Royal Majesty, Professor Nnamdi Igwe Molume of Mbaku. We salute you. He's on his way. We welcome the Dean of the Faculty. I'm just following the protocol, please. Professor Uche Collins Mulu will also be joining us any moment from now. The host is also here because he's supposed to be here welcoming others, but incidentally, she's still with the Vice Chancellor, so she will be moving in immediately with the Vice Chancellor any moment from now, and that is Professor Chinwe Uzochukwu, the head of the Department of Mass Communications. Let us put our hands together. So we salute you, sir. We salute you, the head of the department, and we also have some other eminent personalities here present, and we wish to welcome them before we start to welcome others that are still on their way. We have the former Vice Chancellor of Anambra State University, Ojukwu University, and the person of Professor Paul Aradiaka. We welcome you. We welcome you, sir. No. I have just been informed that Professor Aradiaka is representing distinguished Senator Andy Oba. Please, let's put our hands together for him. You are welcome, sir. We also have in our midst the National President of Unizik Alumni Association, National, Professor Emeka Ezeonu, ably represented by Awka Branch President of this great association, and the person of Dr. Kingsley Oboji. Please round of applause for Kingsley. Doctor, you are welcome. Thank you. We also have one of our deans here present, a great scholar, a great leader, a man of many parts, very friendly and able and ever resourceful, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a founding staff of this great department. Ladies and gentlemen, Professor Godson Okafor. Round of applause for him, ladies and gentlemen. He will be properly introduced at the appropriate time as the awardee, and awardee, he will be properly introduced later. The immediate past director of infrastructure development of this great university. We salute you, former PRO of this great university, former so many things, and a product of Harlem. We salute you, United Kingdom. When you say I no. We have a litany parentheses for these and other distinguished personalities here present. But we want to welcome the chairman on today's occasion. appreciate him. He will be Banner 4. Please let us put our hands together for him. So he will be joining us any moment from now. Our special guest of honor today is no other person than distinguished Senator Obinna Awka. He's a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and chairman, Senate Committee on Youth and Sport Development. Please let us put our hands together for him. He's joining us shortly. We also have another guest of honor on today's occasion. He is the national chairman of ADC, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Chief Raps Mosu. Round of applause for him, please. Chief Mosu is represented today by the National Secretary of ADC Southeast, Reverend Frank Agumadu. Reverend Frank Agumadu, are you there, please? Round of applause for him, please, as he joins. Thank you very much. We welcome you. We also have the keynote speaker. The keynote speaker, who is a very known personality in this country, a great man, and the special advisor to the President of Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina. Please, round of applause for him. Femi Adesina is represented today by Professor Nnamdi Abana. Professor Nnamdi Abana, Professor of Mass Communication, Chukwuemeka of the University. Calling the academic fellow. The Jubilee lecturer is also here. So please, if you are the owner of these cars, 1 AJL 301AA, AJL 301AA, that's the Camry, and another one ABC 985SL, ABC 985SL. Please, you are being requested to repark. You are blocking some of our guests, so please kindly do us the favor of reparking. The Jubilee lecturer is also here, a renowned journalist, a veteran journalist for that matter, and a marketing analyst, well known all over the world in a special way. She's also here and will be joining us any moment from now. She's with the entourage, Cassie Apollo. She will be joining us any moment from now. Please round of applause for her. Thank you very much. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I welcome the chief launcher on today's occasion, ladies and gentlemen. He is Chief Chukwuemeka Abasimelo. Chief Chukwuemeka Abasimelo. is represented by Chief Chukwudi Odinebu. Chief Chukwudi Odinebu. Kindly come up. Thank you. Thank you, Odinebu, you are welcome. And also Chief Kanayo Omudejo. Chief Kanayo Omudejo, you are welcome. Thank you very much. I was founding our mission, ladies and gentlemen, the head of the department of the economics and Azikiwe University, Awka, Dr. Nnamdi. We welcome you. No, Associate Professor of Economics. We salute you, saying no. Next will be joining us coming from now, ladies and gentlemen, the Vice Chancellor of our university, with other distinguished inquiries, dignitaries from across the world. We welcome you, the coming from now. Ladies and gentlemen, the we rise to welcome our guests as they come in, led by the Chief Host, the Vice Chancellor and the Azikiwe University, Awka. Thank you very much. Join in this special team. Other distinguished ladies and gentlemen and traditional rulers. We have His Royal Majesty, Igwe Nnamdi, Igwe Alumni of Awka, we welcome you. Igwe Alumni of Awka, we welcome you. And we also have His Royal Majesty, Igwe Nnamdi, the traditional ruler of Awka. I am the welcome you. His Royal Majesty, Igwe traditional ruler of Nnamdi, we salute you. We have the chairman on today's occasion is also with us, Mr. Ifani, and Mrs. Chinenye Banefo, chairman on today's occasion. We welcome you. The representative of the Special Assistant to the President of Media and Publicity, Professor of Mass Communication Department, Chukwudi University. We welcome you. Our representative of Lagos is also here, Mr. Frank Abumadu, National Secretary NDC Southeast. We salute you and we welcome you. Thank you. You are welcome, the Julie lecturer, a very editor in the newspaper, now journalist, veteran journalist for that matter. She's also here. I can say we welcome. I say it now in a special way to this very community. The Dean of the Faculty of Social Sciences, Professor Chekoli Group, salute you and welcome you. I say not need them no. We also have a representative of Senator Dr. Patrick Ifanoba. Is our own Awka Francis Okoye. Oyinumuri. We salute you and we welcome you. We thank you. We welcome Professor Chinyere Stella Omona, former Dean Professor of Mass Communication in Nigeria. Please round of applause. Sub-Saharan Africa, not just in Nigeria. Sub-Saharan Africa, thank you, we welcome you. So many guests, so many people, so many important ladies and gentlemen here this afternoon. So we welcome you to this great occasion. Believe you me, it's a grand occasion. It's a special one. It's an all-important one. It is a homecoming in a special way. Homecoming for our people. Homecoming for the alumni of this great department, the Department of Mass Communication, Nnamdi Azikiwe University. Ladies and gentlemen, a moment from now, the Vice Chancellor of the moment and of all times, Professor Charles will be joining the table. Any moment from now, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I see you. I can see you. Wow. Very old colleague. We salute you, sir. You are welcome. Good to see you. You are welcome. No. Dr. Chika Yumabu, we salute you. I salute you from the Department of Economics. You are welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, a moment from now, the Vice Chancellor will be, and as soon as he comes in, we take off with the opening prayer. I will welcome Mr. Theophilus Olukoma, my very nice good friend, Sadike Demesi, Tony Okafo, Chinedu Mado, Dr. Belemo Okoye, Jovita Arazo, Ike Dima Happiness, Ibani Joseph, Dr. Bijama, Nnamdi, Ewo, we welcome you. Amako Kosi, Ofedu Obi, is a youth. If you are on Cafe, we welcome all of you to this great moment. Awka, I salute you. Former student union leader of this great institution, we salute you. I do remember those days. I say again, no. You are welcome. Please round of applause for him. Everybody stands for the hardworking Vice Chancellor of Nnamdi Azikiwe University. Please, I think we have to
us to pray.
What do you other do? Even this one. Okay, just look around. Every
In Jesus' name.
On
In the mighty name of Jesus. Our Father, Lord, we just want to say thank you for the gift of life. Thank you for the opportunity to be gathered here as friends, as brethren. Father, we rejoice in you because we are alive today by your mercy. Receive all glory in Jesus' name. Father, we commit our affairs here into your care. We ask that by your Holy Spirit you come and superintend that everything we shall do shall be to the glory of your name. Shall Father, may this occasion mark the beginning of greater exploits for this department, for this university, in the name of Jesus. That by the time we gather to celebrate our golden jubilee, Lord, the testimonies will be outstanding. Father, we ask that you keep everyone here too. So rejoicing today will be there also to rejoice in the greater manifestation. We cover everything we're going to do here with the blood of Jesus. Father, we want to pray for the VC, we want to pray for the departmental heads. Father, continue to lead them with wisdom, that they will go to greater heights. In the name of God the Father, in the name of God the Son, in the name of God the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Yes.
Thank you. Please we accept the anthems while still standing. National anthem, please. Mr. Chairman, sir, the Vice Chancellor of this great institution, the Father of the Day, the Royal Father of the Day for that matter here present, Nnamdi, distinguished members of the table. It is my honor and privilege to welcome all of us to this great occasion. This is a great occasion indeed because today marks the homecoming of the alumni of this great department. So we welcome all of you in a special way, and it is really a privilege that we are all part of this great moment. Well, before we go on, ladies and gentlemen, may we welcome the Honorable Commissioner for Education, Anambra State of Nigeria. Honorable Commissioner for Basic Education, Anambra State, Nigeria. Professor Kate Awka Omenoya, people calling I cannot go further. Professor Inken Osato is also here. We welcome you. People calling not Rockefeller is one of our pillars here. We salute you, sir. We welcome you. Because we've made this announcement before, if you are the owner of this vehicle, Red Venza BDG 24FX, BDG 24FX, please go and repack. Please go and repack. Red Venza, because for the one that are one of our motor. Thank you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may we now proceed with the presentation and bringing of collaborators. So may I the department to please present to these August visitors the collaborators. Can you walk in on a department? Young area to the can we present the origin, the gateway saving? Professor Chiwe was to the head of the department. Yana notes here. How is the origin? No, Bunaso, gateway saving. If you are putting the vice chancellor on the chief post, the vice chancellor will in turn present the collaborators. I'll get present here to the guests. You can present here, Mr. Vice Chancellor.
The Department of Mass Communication. Pastor Ecology. Inga Chaka. Today, college. Because the project Professor Nnamdi, Azikiwe University, and mass communication.
This is because of love. Nigeria wee bịa mmemme a taa anyị na-ayọkwa gị mgbe anyị ga-emesi ihe na-eme ka iduru onye ọbụla na-anọ udo ekwekwele ka ndị omekome fụ onye ọbụla ekwele ka onye mere onye ọbụla merụ arụ onye ọ ga-agbapụ ezigbo ndị ya n'udo ife ndị a niile ka anyị na-ayọ site na Kraịst onye nwe anyị.
We salute you. Ndị onye nwekwara ntụziaka ndị niile jizi ọjị dịka etu esi eme ya ka ọfọsụlụ ọfọ wee lee ma dị otu anyị si wee kọwara ndị natala anata ihe bụ ọfọsụlụ ọfọ lee in English. Not permitted to be but offer is prayer in the Obria, Solu is follow, Obria, level walk, isn't it? So let prayer follow prayer walk. Thank you very much. Please, this chairman, sir, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, kindly permit me to recognize the representative of distinguished Senator Awka, who is here with us. He is Chief Godfrey Chief Godfrey Chiefwell. Please round of applause for him. You are welcome. Please, officers should go out to get him well seated. We salute and welcome you. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we want to get into the business of the day. And on this great note, and with the permission of the Vice Chancellor, who is the Chief Host, may I humbly and most respectfully invite the chairman on today's occasion, Chief Nnamdi, editorial board member, the Guardian newspaper, and former manager, public relations and communications, NLNG, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, I need to stand on the existing protocol. The day has come, but I will take an exception. Today it's a big day for me, a special day for me, and that is why I'll ask you for a few minutes to do that. I'm standing on the protocol, but I recall something. Let me tell you something. I was an editor with African Company, and in those days we used to write speeches for Abiola, MKO Abiola. If you write a speech and you go it somewhere, you will be the one who accompanied you. So on this particular day, we were all editors, and a friend of mine, Frank, wrote the speech, and it was to a donation somewhere. So they went to the donation. So Abiola habitually comes late. So he came quite late, and he wrote a check and gave Frank to give to the women. It was a women thing. So Frank took the check, started going there, looked at the check, and come and went back to him. He said, Bashir, you can't give them this staggering amount of money. The money is so staggering. So Abiola looked at him and said, Frank, money was not staggering. You are the one staggering. Today, I am the one staggering here because I have my teacher, I have my grand teacher. This is a day for me. I am standing here because this is something else. In the 80s and 1986, specifically, I left IMT because of that woman. She brought so much confidence in us. She taught us everything we could know about mass communication. And suddenly, I had a job in FRCN, and FRCN was too small for me to be able to stay. I wanted to go to where it would happen. So I went to Lagos to fight for a place in the Guardian. And I got to the Guardian, and every day I remember Professor Awka. Then she was a doctor. I was also privileged to meet her sister, Azikiwe, another wonderful person. In everything I've done in my life, I remember them every day with prayers. I worked with Azikiwe on the editorial board of independent newspaper. She was brilliant. So I said to myself, you have to go to school. So I tried in my own way, this kind of way. I don't have a PhD, but at least I went to UCL, I went to Harvard, I went to Oxford. So that is the way I wanted to do it. It is because of her. It is because of this woman. I saw her today, I couldn't call her because I thought this is a younger version of her. But I also remember that in one of the textbooks I read, it was Professor Nnamdi, and that is the Grand Master of Mass Communication. Sir, I bow and tremble in front of you. All you wait there is clarity. And if you see, this is the first time I'm hearing about a digital VC. You are indeed digital. May your reign be the best here. Now I get back to the issues I want to discuss today. Permit me to talk about 3 or 4 things in my opening remarks. They asked me to talk about you guys graduating and you man here. What are you going to go through? I have good news, I have bad news, I have great news. So I'll start with the bad news. This time there is massive unemployment, 33% in this country. It is terrible. The inflation rate is about 18%. It's terrible. What else is happening to you? There is insecurity everywhere. It's terrible. But if you live here thinking that this is the worst thing that can happen to you, look back. Look at this people sitting here. My uncle saw 1918 conflict. There are people who fought the war. There are people whose time, when they were graduating, ran into the Civil War. My own time, I ran into SAP. So, when you structure an assessment program, and in Lagos those days, every street you go, every company will paste outside there, no vacancy. And it is for you to defeat yourself or raise yourself. But I say to you, the good news is that this is a different time. You could be anything you want to be. This is the internet time. This is massively, look, the problem of Nigeria is going down. I work in the oil industry. Oil was the mainstay of Nigeria. But today, foreign remittances is 25 billion. Oil is 20 billion. The new oil is foreign remittances. And there is so much you could do with your life. I have a daughter who graduated from L'Oreal University. She read mass communication. And by the time she was finishing, just in June, and she said to me, I am confused about what I'm going to do. And I said, sort it out. And we started talking about it. There are too many things that can assist you to be anything you want to be. Even if you could just pick up your phone, learning with Google, you will see it will teach you digital marketing, everything. Today, they were begging her with about 4 or 5 jobs in Canada, and she refused to take any because she's standing on her own. She's making more money than she can do. You can do whatever you want to do. You can do whatever you want to do. I remember when we went to Lagos, what took me to Lagos was the last 200 naira go there, if you fail, you return with the first night. If you succeed, you come with the next. That was our job those days. And nobody will be depending to succeed. I have worked in all kinds of things. I started with the Guardian, I worked with African Congo. I worked with BBC Reuters. I worked with federal government, and I ended up with Nigerian NGO. I created the Nigeria Prize for Africa and the Nigeria Prize for Science and Literature. There are things you can do. I say to you sincerely, this is a good time to be alive. This is a good time to be youth. This is a good time to be. It's a great time to be alive. And I'm looking forward to seeing all of you in 10 years, 20, 25 years' time at the top notches of this economy. Whether it's comments of industry or any academics or anything, you will make it. May God bless all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Mr. Chairman, Mr. Nnamdi, please another round of applause for him. Thank you. Kindly permit me to welcome Honorable Ifeoma Okaro. We welcome you, Chairman, Anambra State PPSSC. Lady Awka, the Deputy Chairman, Mrs. Josephine Omar, the Secretary, Chief Joe NNMO, JP member in charge of Georgia Zone. Tony Paz, member Navy Zone, Engineer Doctor, the chairman, the acting chair is also here. He is Engineer Doctor Steve Ufao. We salute you and we welcome you. I say no. And we also have in our midst Mrs. Onyechi Nkoleka Onyenka, the former registrar, Nnamdi Azikiwe University. Wow, good to see you, madam. No, good to see you. Good. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we are making progress. I respectfully and gratefully invite the head of the Department of Mass Communication, Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, Professor Chim Ozochukwu, Professor of Health Communication, a great name.
like this. When the Vice Chancellor and the university are pursuing the giant project 200 through the Awka strategy of academic excellence, community service, administrative reforms, discipline, and advancement. 25 years in the life of anything is a milestone. Hence, we decided to celebrate with the Vice Chancellor, staff, alumni, students, friends, and well-wishers in order to make today memorable. We sincerely appreciate the support of the Vice Chancellor towards the progress of our department. He has always approved our request to enable the department to upgrade to faculty status. He employed highly skilled and industry-exposed staff members who will be strategic to the unbundling of the department. The good news is that Unity is among the few pace-setter schools poised for this much talked about unbundling. Thank you, sir, for supporting and partnering with the We also appreciate the unprecedented support of Professor Awka. Chief Philip Obama's communication complex was endowed by her cousin, Senator Nnamdi. Professor Awka also personally endowed a legacy building for our Unity FM. The history of mass communication unity will be incomplete without a mention of Professor Awka. We encourage other privileged persons to endow one thing or the other for the department, which will soon become a faculty of communication and media studies. It is important that we do not forget where we started as a unit in the Department of Sociology in 1996, with Professor Awka as the only staff in the Department of Sociology with media background. We also remember Professor Anthony John Cameron, the first head of the Department of Mass Communication, when it became an independent department in 1992. Today we have 50 academic staff, many non-academic staff, numerous students and thousands of alumni in various establishments and businesses across the globe, doing us proud. The new Faculty of Communication and Media Studies will soon be unveiled with 8 departments, namely departments of Journalism and Media Studies, Public Relations, Advertising, Broadcasting, Film and Media Studies, Development Communication Studies, Information and Media Studies, and Strategic Communication. Amongst our successes, the department has the following needs, which we hope our friends and alumni will take up. Refurbishing of the seats in the Chief Philip Obama's Communication Auditorium, a utility vehicle for the office of the head of the department, equipping of the Public Relations and Advertising Laboratory, equipping of the newsroom for our print media practice, equipping of the Film and Multimedia Laboratory, equipping of the television studio, completely burnt down some years ago. In mind with our to partner with our friends and alumni, we will be inaugurating a steering committee of Nnamdi Azikiwe University Mass Communication Alumni, Naive Mass Com Alumni today. The national president of Nnamdi Azikiwe University Alumni is here to support our Vice Chancellor in the inauguration. The steering committee of Naive Mass Com Alumni is expected to help organize the election of a new Communication Studies. With adequate exposure during studentship, and graduates will know where to pitch their tent on graduation. We encourage our alumni to be the best wherever they are, not just media practitioners. Be our great ambassadors and by extension that of unity. Be a vanguard of the leather society and a true ambassador of the department wherever you are. As a trade journalist, use your mind properly because you're not only respected but honored. You are a moral barometer and conscience of the society, hence the axiom, pen is mightier than the sword. I thank the steering committee of the Silver Jubilee Anniversary for their rugged commitment that saw this day a reality. God bless my colleagues, academic and non-academic, our students, our alumni, friends, and well-wishers. Thank you. Professor Head of Department, Mass Communication.
Please, another round of applause for her. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we thank the head of department, Professor Azikiwe, Professor of Health Communication. I'm happy to inform you that the amiable husband is also here, Professor Nnamdi. Thank you very much. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to invite the Vice Chancellor of this great institution, Professor Charles Okechukwu Esimone, Fellow Academy of Science. He is a professor of biopharmaceutics and pharmaceutical microbiology, the first professor of pharmaceutical microbiology in the whole of Southeast of Nigeria, the foundation dean, Faculty of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Azikiwe University, and of course, former Deputy Vice Chancellor of this great institution, former National President, Nnamdi Society of Nigeria. He is a young man, never resourceful, hardworking, and also well-known all over the world as a great scholar. Ladies and gentlemen, Professor Charles Okechukwu Esimone, Vice Chancellor of Azikiwe University.
Thank you, I love you too. I don't usually like standing on protocol and establish because I believe and understand my fall and there will be more catastrophe. But be that as it may, I believe that today, for a lot of time, we will not be able to re-acknowledge as many as I acknowledged before now. Of course, some of them will acknowledge in my address. But I want to acknowledge the Commissioner for Education because we didn't capture, she was called and said it was not captured in my address, who is also a veteran professor of mass communication. I also want to acknowledge the chairman of the Traditional Last Council of Fire, not captured in my address also. And former vice chancellor here, a very good friend, who has acknowledged the founder, but I'm not also here. A very special guest in the month of June, Mama Awka.
Okay.
We welcome one-time registered university. And our great students of Nnamdi University. Great Today is a function for those who are described as gentlemen on the forefront, the press. We are celebrating you today. Mass communication is the way forward, expressing your talent, and that's why so many of you, if it were an occasion that I'm organizing, you will not see many of them, you will see all of them. So I know the solidarity of the gentlemen on the forefront. So you are welcome, and I acknowledge your presence now. I want to start by saying congratulations to the Department of Mass Communication for attaining this uncommon feat. 25 years, what we describe conventionally as silver jubilee. Any child, any organization, any nation, any society that has stayed intact and has stayed progressive and productive for 25 years is worthy of celebration. So let's make noise and celebrate them. 25 years. I'm enthused by the fact that this is going to be a landmark event, 25 years of existence, and by the grace of God, the beginning of their existence and development as a faculty. I also going to mark that. I think it's significant. The unbundling will be commencing, as the HOD said, and today it's like we are marking their ELAS department today and commencing, so to say, prophetically, their beginning as a faculty. That to me is and I believe that whatever they need and whatever they need to build or put in place is already provided for. Everything that they need is provided for. I'm being here, amen. I'm talking prophetically. Everything that they need to exist as a faculty and provided for. It's for them to walk in and take what belongs to them. So I congratulate them again for that great feat. I'm glad to join the head of the Department of Mass Communication in welcoming you all to the 25th anniversary of the department. Its Maiden Alumni homecoming and public presentation of the silver jubilee edition of the Department of Mass Communication in Unity Connect magazine. I say a particular happy welcome to our special guest, the chairman of the event, Ifeanyi Banefo, who is a member of the editorial board of the Guardian newspaper and the former manager, public relations and communications of Nigerian Unified Natural Gas. I also welcome the keynote speaker, Mr. Femi Adesina, special advisor to the President of Media and Publicity, who is ably represented here today. I recognize the Jubilee lecturer, Cassia Bonnet, of this day newspaper, a veteran journalist, brand and marketing analyst. I recognize the special guest of honor, distinguished Senator Nnamdi, the senator representing the Central Senatorial District in the 9th National Assembly and chairman of the Senate Committee on Youth and Sport Development, who is also here ably represented. The guest of honor, Chief Ralph Akewosu, National Chairman of African Democratic Congress. Welcome with great expectation the Chief Launcher, Chief Godwin Chukwueloka, and Masmelu Ogandioga, Aineke, as we extend a reverential nod to the Royal Father of the Day, Igwe Professor Honor Muneli, Igwe Mamema, Igwe, and your entourage, you are welcome back to the department that you have contributed so much to building before your retirement to the monarchical throne of the bank. I commend the head of the Department of Mass Communication, Professor Chigozo Chukwu, the staff and students of the department for conceiving and executing this event is gratifying to observe rising awareness among the graduates of the university of the importance of alumni associations at the university, at the faculty, and at the departmental levels as veritable platforms for contributing to various facets of the development of the university. Most of you may already be aware that I assumed office 2 years ago with the vision to transform Azikiwe University to become the best university in Nigeria, among the top 10 universities in Africa, and among the best 200 universities in the world. This is what I time Project 200. This vision requires that all hands must be on deck. The teaching and non-teaching staff of the university, the students, the graduates, and well-wishers of the university. Since this event is a homecoming of alumni, in the instant case of the Department of Mass Communication, I consider it available to restate what should be the ideal relationship between a tertiary institution and its students on their graduation. This relationship ideally should extend beyond the graduation of the students, whether now as graduates and students, galvanized to alumni associations of the university, the faculty and the departments are from these platforms assist the development of the university. Added to this is providing a network which will be supportive of the individual endeavors of the alumni. This address will be obviously complete without a mention of the Silver Jubilee edition of the Unison Comment magazine, published by the Department of Mass Communication. For 25 years, this magazine has been a reliable source of information on the university, the education-related issues, and other bits of information, as well as providing a workshop, so to speak, for the hands-on training of the students of the department. I congratulate the department for sustaining its publication over these years, withstanding and overcoming any challenges. I invite you all to support the department in this regard and respond handsomely to the public presentation and launch of the Silver Jubilee edition of the magazine. As I close in thanking Dr. Stella Awka for galvanizing events that have culminated to this Silver Jubilee celebration, I must enjoy us that as we are our brother's keeper, we watch one another, we use the tools we have in our hands as tools, as instruments of peace, of progress, of constructive development, rather than instruments of division, of rancor, and it's in our hands as the veterans, gentlemen of the fourth realm. And I want to thank you again and use this opportunity to declare this event open. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you, Sekubanaka. That was a wonderful presentation from our Apple Vice Chancellor, Professor Charles Okechukwu Misimone. Wonderful presentation, charismatic presentation, and to describe him outside that will be tantamount to the great fallacy of illegitimate reductionism. God will be my God. Thank you, that was good. Thank you. Mr. Chairman, sir, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we want to invite the keynote presenter to speak to us in a special way. He is the Special Advisor to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria on Media Publicity, Femi Adesina. He is ably represented today by Professor Nnamdi, Professor of Mass Communication, Chukwuemeka University. Thank you. Round of applause for him.
For want of time, I have to skip the protocol because I was warned to keep to time. Before I wear the cap of Femi Adesina, I want to tell you that I'm a product of this department. I was taught by some of the best hands in the profession. I was taught by a professor who later became a traditional ruler. I was taught by the first female professor of mass communication and studies in Southern Africa, and the very chief of staff, female chief of staff in the University. I was also taught by the second female professor of mass communication who happened to supervise me during my PhD thesis, Professor Peter Sokolemuga. So much has been said about them. I will not repeat their success stories here. That will be the story for another day. The person representing Femi Adesina planned to be here personally, but due to a last-minute change in his duty schedule, he was not able to make it. But he sent greetings and apologies. Despite not being able to be here present, he still wants his voice to be heard. That's why he sent a written address. So what I'm going to present here is his written address. I will not talk to the paper so that my opinion will not be there. Whatever I say here is exactly the way he put it. When I was told to speak on the team, Mass Communication and National Development in Nigeria, I saw the topic so apt, especially at this time when the government needs the collaboration of media parties to achieve her development objectives. I wish and pray these development objectives or the need for development journalism occupies the minds of media practitioners in Nigeria as they carry out their daily assignments. Mass communication has a very important role to play in attainment of the full potential of any country in the world, Nigeria inclusive. The media have a duty to inform and educate the populace responsibly. We are all aware of the great power of the media. The two Rwanda radio stations play a central role in triggering the Rwandan genocide through broadcasting with hateful and violent speech and disinformation. This we are Radio Rwanda, government-owned, and RTLM, a private-owned media. Between them, these two stations incited and encouraged ethnic and racial violence, which completely played out as what we today know as the Rwandan genocide, in which close to 1 million people were massacred. A good number of the broadcasters of these stations have since and convicted for genocide and war crimes. But what kind of justice can bring back the hundreds of thousands of souls who were massacred? On the other hand, we are all aware of the great branding and perception work that Hollywood has accomplished for the United States of America. The idea that America is the greatest country in the world is one that Hollywood has helped entrench over decades. Mass communication has a role to ensuring peace, security, conflict resolution, branding, perception management, diplomacy, and so on. Journalists, advertisers, media practitioners, filmmakers, broadcasters have a responsibility to ensure that information and narratives being communicated are wholesome, not misleading, and not intended to generate or encourage fear, hate, and other negative emotions. Look at the situation of Nigeria at the moment, where warmongers and inciters of ethnic and religious hatred are being given prominent coverage by the media, while the voices of reasons are being ignored or downplayed. Turn on the radio and television, open the newspapers and social media, and the loudest voices are those denigrating Nigeria and downplaying the progress we have made and are still making. I am not asking anybody to ignore the reality we live in and become propagandists for the government. No. Instead, we must be truthful and realistic. We must be truthful and realistic. And reality is very different from negative images that the platforms of mass communication keep disseminating day after day. Reality is about acknowledging the good while also not ignoring the bad. Reality is about finding the right balance. And I would, in fact, like to argue that this should be done with a bias toward the positive. Nigeria has many challenges, many of which we have been dealing with for a long time, but we are also making progress in very important ways. And we must inspire ourselves with this progress as a way of convincing ourselves that even our most protracted challenges are not unsurmountable. Mass communication must resist the pervading belief that only bad news sells. Why is it that the activities of Boko Haram are usually amplified in the media? Why no one gets to hear about the more frequent heroism of the gallant officers and men of the Nigerian Armed Forces? The practice of mass communication should seek to make people believe more, not less in Nigeria. As committed as Nigeria is in countries like the USA and UK, they are still holding governments accountable. But they don't end in deflating the government or making people to do so. If anything, in holding the government accountable, they are seeking to inspire greater hope in the country. They do not put their countries down. They look for and celebrate progress and innovation. Even in the battle against police in these countries, they do not make the mistake of laying a blanket charge of brutality against the entire police system. They isolate the bad behavior, and their calls for reform are aimed at improving the system, not bringing it down, and not endangering the overall security of the nation. There are so many lessons for professionals of journalism and mass communication to learn here, especially in this age of social and digital media. We must refrain from clickbait headlines, designed only to mislead, inflame, and misdirect, all for the sake of attracting likes and retweets. We must refrain from passing opinion as facts, which sadly has become the order of the day in the country. We must re-embrace the tested and tried principles of ethical journalism. Opinions are free, but facts must always remain sacred. Just last year, that is in 2020, the National Universities Commission approved the unbundling of mass communication into 8 districts but interrelated areas of undergraduate specialization. I am aware that starting from the 2021 academic session, universities in Nigeria will start moving out this new academic regime. We can therefore say boldly that change has come to the theory, teaching, and practice of mass communication in Nigeria. Change, they say, is the most constant thing in life. Since the teaching of mass communication in Nigeria started at UNN about 6 years ago, Nigeria as a country has gone through so much, in which media has not been much than a spectator. The agenda for the university would not have happened without the media and historian and dedicated professionals. I believe you are all aware of the radio Latino, conventional radio station played in the pro-democracy struggle. So, while on the other hand, you have the mass media being a player of evil as represented by Radio Rwanda, on the other hand, you have the uplifting example of Radio Gujarat. This will show you the kind of power you wield as mass communication professionals, for good or for bad. You should always be aware of this power and strive to use it for good, to advance the cause of national development, to work for a better and more prosperous Nigeria. Even in holding government accountable, the aim should be to build a better system, not to denigrate or integrate the country. You have a lot of powers in your hand. When you give it equal sense of care and responsibility everywhere you find yourself. Finally, I must say that Nigeria belongs to all of us, and we must make it work. When Nigeria works, it is for the benefit of all of us, including the present and future professionals of mass communication. You, of course, are the future of this profession in Nigeria, and you must look forward with hope and expectation. Determined to do your best, just as those before you have done theirs. May God help us to achieve this. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. Thank you for that great presentation. We salute you. Thank you. Please, with the permission of the chairman, we have a very slight, change program. So we want to, snappily Okay, thank you very much. We want to do a presentation now to distinguished Senator Obinna Joseph Owa. He has a flight to catch by train, thereabouts, so we just want to do it so much protocol. So on this note, with the permission of the Vice Chancellor too, may I humbly invite Honorable Godfrey Chigwe to please stand up and stand out for the presentation. He is representing distinguished Senator Obinna Awka. Please, we are taking just 1 minute to do this.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to present them to Senate Professor, Youth Motivator, Mass Communication Department, Nnamdi University, on the occasion of their second jubilee anniversary celebration. On this day, 10th June 2021, I express and extend our congratulations to him for this worthy feat. Congratulations.
Thank you. Well, I just have to, first of all, for the inability of the distinguished senator to be here, is battling to pass a bill on establishment of a sports university in Nigeria. And it was communicated that the bill is going to pass third reading today, so you have to step down. The distinguished senator Joe Pinawa, like I was saying, is a youth motivator, and he started from his family history. Most of us may not know that Senator is from a very poor family and lived all his life in Anambra State struggling until the call of God beckoned on him. Once, to the glory of God, pass his good message to the students of the Department of Mass Communication, UNICEF. I won't go further than that. Within 1 minute, let me just talk to my fellow students. I've been a media practitioner for 6 years as a presenter from Radio FM Abuja to Salt FM in Ebonyi State. I studied economics at Maiden University, but I was currently having a very little media. But this is what I want to tell all of you: you can do it on your own. With integrity, everything is possible. At the age of 26, I became a special assistant to the current governor of Ebonyi State. I worked with him till 4th December 2020. I already resigned when he joined the APC for personal conviction. 2 days after, I got a call to serve as the press secretary to the distinguished senator representative of Central Senatorial Zone, by the grace of God, may be the next governor for the state. So that is what brought me here today. Irrespective of background, with personal conviction, discipline, and integrity, you can go anywhere. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Honorable.
I didn't say it was important. The distinguished senator said I should watch him and I said the sum of 1 million naira.
Thank you very much. As in all, we just throw back in here with that. Thank you very much. We salute you. Our appreciation to the distinguished senator. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are just trying to manage our time very well. And today is a special day. The day we are celebrating our 25th anniversary as a department. There is what is usually called Jubilee lecture. Very, very important, more important than any other thing. So on this note, our Jubilee lecture presenter is here. And she's no other person, ladies. And I'm just trying to summarize, ladies and gentlemen, that Cassier Abone, a journalist and also a product of this university, has worked in several media houses, including the Champions newspaper, Awka management of brands and promotion time and security bits, all in Champions newspaper. So many things, a veteran journalist of all time.
lecturer.
Good afternoon, everybody. May I stand on the existing? I am honored to be here to do this, to perform this very important assignment. Yes, I am an alumni of UNICEF. And for me, it is a homecoming, because after living this great institution for so many years, I can't remember when last I came here. So I want to thank the department for inviting me and for bringing me back home. Thank you very much. Great Sikites. Great Sikites. Great Sikites. I am expected to speak on the essence of training for mass communication practitioners in an era like this. Seeing is believing. Meaning that I am not here to do an academic exercise, but to